I don't want to be 75 and unable to get off the couch. I want to live an active life that's reasonable for myself. I don't want to be 25, and that's really fine, but I want to be a healthy 54 and forward. I want to be strong. I need to be able to walk comfortably and pain-free so that I can enjoy the time and not just feel like I have so much pain that I'm not able to go forward. That's just not where I see myself. My name is Lorrie. I'm 54 years old and a client at Active Life. So I am a director of guidance. I consider myself to be a counselor. I love being a counselor. I made the decision to go into administration a few years ago. It really just, it doesn't stop from the minute I walk in until the minute I walk out. Imagine putting out little fires every day. My job tends to be quite reactive. Education during a time of pandemic and post-pandemic has made that extremely difficult. My commute or my daily, I'm up probably about 4:45 each day and then going off to my job. It's one of those things with traffic. If I leave a little earlier, I could save myself about 15-20 minutes, which may not sound like a lot, but it is. That when you're sort of sitting in that stop and go, I found that to be extremely stressful on my legs. And I get in, again, it's, who needs this for me, who needs that for me? Okay, what was it that I thought I wanted to get done today? Quite honestly, most days it feels like I don't get those things done. So often I'm coming home from work. I may not be getting home until probably about 5:30, feeling like I have to continue that work that I could not get done. The emails don't ever stop. I had some injuries over the last maybe 6 or 7 years. I had broken a bone in my leg, I had broken a bone in my foot, and knew that healing from that created other issues, either with my tailbone area, with my hamstrings. I also felt that I have had a long commute for quite some time. I remember feeling pain when I was driving in and out of Brooklyn every day. You put it all together and it was just a tremendous amalgam of stuff going on. I had been in and out of different fitness facilities and different nutrition programs for at least a dozen years. And this just came upon me. I was walking through the farmer's market and there they were. And I thought, I don't know why something looked different. And I got involved in a conversation with Cody and agreed to a phone call just to talk a bit about the program and my needs. I had been experiencing a considerable amount of pain in my legs and particularly in my hamstrings, and was really just sick and tired of it, and didn't really believe that there was something for me, because it just felt like I was not right for any particular program. I cannot find what works for me, just this is what's happening, this is where I'm at, just go with it. I would say Active Life is definitely about relationships first. And I think you get the sense when you walk in the door, or when that first phone call that you have with Cody, it's about the relationship. I will admit, when I was on the phone with him and thinking to myself, oh, he is going to tell me that I am not a fit for this place. And so surprisingly, he said, I think you'd be a great fit for Active Life, and which was pleasant to hear. But I remember again thinking, okay, we'll see. So once you start, you get an education right away. And the best part about this, it's not like I'm walking in, you're not coming in and someone's saying, here, do set of deadlifts. Your exercises, your work is tailored to what you need. So you go through an assessment and they look at your mobility and, and again, they all work in teams. So while I might be working with Sam, she's having a conversation with Kate, and she's having a conversation with Justin, and then she might go back and have a conversation with Dr. Sean. And so it's all, everybody knows who you are, even if that you're not meeting with them every single day. Then the work, and as you're working, you know, they're writing down on the iPad, this is what we did, this is what she felt today, constantly assessing where you are in the pain scale from a 0 to 10. Okay, how do you feel while you're doing this? And what did you, okay, how is it now? And it's constantly, again, maybe this is the counselor in me, you're assessing throughout, and if something isn't right for you in that moment, you're not finishing it because it just doesn't make sense. So you're going to readjust your goals for that day. Okay, what's happening this week? What's going on with you? And instead of saying things like, no pain, no gain, that does not happen here. It's not about that. It's really what I need. I would say there were benefits immediately that made sense. So the learning pyramid and having those conversations about what stress looks like, what my load versus my capacity. Having a professional to look at that each week, and I would say within 3 or 4 weeks, noticing how that change occurred mentally, because it made sense. It also, if you're, I see myself as a little bit of a nerd, so when I'm learning something, it absolutely connects. I think the biggest things that have changed my mindset, what's possible. I definitely still have goals that I'm working towards. I don't ever come in here and say I can't or I won't. I don't ever come in here grumpy about working out. And when I leave, I always feel better. I think what's shifted is the mindset. This is so much more than just a gym. I see this as a health and wellness and fitness facility. I don't even know if that really encapsulates what this is. This is so personal. It has aligned with my physical, my emotional, I'll even say my spiritual self, just looking at it from a very macro. If you're living your personal and your emotional self, I feel like that's just a natural progression. It's all of it. The professionals are just next level. Active Life is my new go-to partnership, part of my village, part of my team. It's an incredible mind and body altering experience for anybody that wants to make the investment in themselves for the long term.